Before we begin, let's take a tiny joy moment together. Wherever you are right now, maybe you're sitting at home or in the car, maybe you're running an errand. But no matter what you're doing, I invite you to take a pause just for a breath. Inhale slowly, exhale gently. Now notice one small thing around you that feels good. Maybe it's the warmth of the room, maybe it's a memory, maybe it's a message you received, maybe it's something that just makes you smile. It doesn't have to be big, and it certainly doesn't have to be perfect. Just something simple, something kind. Let yourself hold that for a moment because joy doesn't always arrive in fireworks. Sometimes it shows up in whispers, and today we are choosing to listen. I have my mom here with me. Mom, can you share maybe what a tiny joy moment might be for you today?
Right here in this moment,
Yeah,
as
or
I'm sitting
it
and
could be a
talking,
memory.
mhm. Well, the tiny joy moment is when, just when I look around the room. Usually, I spend a lot of time in the kitchen, and I, I have I have a frame that just pops up different pictures at different times, and sometimes a picture will come up of a loved one. Um, I would say my mother. Sometimes it'll come up, and it's just a warm, warm moment when I see her. She's gone, but having that picture gives me joy that I had such a wonderful person in my life. And
Yeah.
then I feel, really good that I had that, and that carries me. It helps me to feel that there's positiveness even as I grow, as I get older, as time moves on. So
Yeah.
that's I love that frame because it just throws up things that I really maybe hadn't been thinking about at the moment, but when it comes, it's such a warm and joyful feeling.
Yeah. It's nice to have good memories and
Hmm.
be reminded of those good memories throughout the day. And I know
Hmm.
what frame you're talking about. It's the digital frame where the pictures like
Yes, they
go through,
scroll.
they scroll
Hmm.
through.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's just that's nice. And also to think about your own mother and all that she meant to you. I think about the things
Yes.
she meant to me as my
Mhm.
grandmother. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So that that feels good. I'm happy, I'm not digging through an album or trying to find, it just shows up
It just
and
peaked.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
It's
that's a
nice.
moment that I didn't plan and it just came and it's good.
Yeah, that's so nice. Thanks, Mom, for sharing that.
Hmm.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Held with Joy. Held with Joy is a sacred and practical space where psychological well being, emotional health, and spiritual health meet. The place where we can talk about gentle practices that help us live with intention, especially in challenging seasons. I'm your host, Kelly Holder, and my heart behind this podcast is simple. It's to remind you that joy is always available, even when life feels heavy. And today, I am most honored of all days to have the person who gave birth to me here to have a discussion about joy. My mom is Diane Darby. She is amazing at everything she does. She is an educator. She is a seamstress. She is a decorator. She is an evangelist. She is a person who uh, creates. She's a person who fixes and nothing she can't fix. And she's kept me well fed. There are lots of people who have wonderful things to say about the things she cooks and prepares. She is a hostess. She has held many roles throughout her life, but the most important role she has for me is she's my mom, y'all. And I'm just glad that she would take the time to have this public conversation with me on this brand new podcast. So thanks for being here, Mom.
You're welcome. I'm happy to do it.
All right, so we are talking about joy, and I'm wondering, If you would share with us what your definition of joy is, what does joy mean to you?
Hmm. Joy to me is, hmm, I guess, being in a place, or joy is being happy, feeling confident about where you are pretty much anytime. Because all through the day, I mean, we're living, we're breathing, and we're moving, we're doing something. And even if
Mm-hmm.
the situation isn't as we'd like it to be, there are things that will cause us to uh, be settled, even in the disruption that is happening at the time. And that is joy. I say I don't have to worry. I'm going to come through this, even though I'm not liking what it
Mm.
is. The joy is there because I know that there's better times to be had. Situations will be solved. I have people who love me and who are going to come to my rescue as I need them. And so joy is just waiting and being willing to allow um, happiness and joy to come, a good feeling to come. The fixture will come.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah. I like how you said that it's available, like that it will come, like the hope that it will come. I know that you've had lots of wonderful days, but you've had some really
mhm.
challenging days and challenging obstacles throughout your life. I'm wondering, what are some of the practical things that have helped you hold on to joy while going through some of the challenges that you faced?
One of my things is I know that God loves me. And I
Mm,
know He's in everything that I do. And in the most challenging moments, that still small voice will talk to me. And I don't want to go deep into, you know, I had a situation when um, the day your dad didn't wake up, and
mm-hmm.
I thought, oh, let me call Kelly. And I did it, and I didn't get an answer from her. And the voice said to me, you know how to dial 911. Do it now. So I did it right away. And of course, things worked out just well. Folk came and they got him and revived him, and everything went well. That same voice has talked to me in other situations on the way to the hospital, another instance. And I was kind of worried, but the voice said to me when I pulled into the hospital parking lot, he is fine. He is going to be fine. Calm down and know that I'm in charge. I mean, it just said it out loud to me. So
Yeah,
there was a parking spot right there. I went in and everything was fine. So, as I'm talking to the Lord every day, sometimes all through the day, that is my calming peace. It always, He never fails. It never fails. Even when I think, oh, I'm going to fall out of this, I'm just going to have a heart attack. And the voice will say, wait a minute, relax. It's going to be good. It's going to be all right. So
yeah,
that's my fountain of joy as I move through.
yeah. It strikes me as you share this now, like during this conversation, just how grounding it is for you to know that there is a God who cares about you and is concerned with your daily life, with the
Hmm.
things that are happening as they are happening. And it's beautiful that you hear you hear his concern in a voice form.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, and it sounds like, I mean, I know that it's carried you because, we talk about these things. Um,
Hmm.
it's extremely powerful. I'm wondering, how did you cultivate that kind of faith life that ends up being practical, like something that happens in your daily life? It's not some far beyond like concept that's way far away. This is something that's close to you,
Right.
that impacts you on a daily basis.
Hmm.
Tell
Hmm.
us tell us how it got to be that way.
Well, I think it started a long time ago, and it starts, I guess, in the home with your family. Um, my parents, of course, were um, talking about God to us all the time. Make good decisions. You should do this, you should do that. And hearing that and learning that in church and in Sabbath school, when we went as kids, we just learned that Jesus loves us. The Lord loves us and He wants us to do well and be happy and joyful. And they always wanted us to do things that did bring us joy. There are some hard things, like going to school every day and getting that math done. That was difficult for me. But they said, you can do it. You can do it. God will help you. He will help you. And surely He did. So from childhood on, but the realization really came when I had my first child.
Uh-oh.
I
That's
cried
me.
for a week. Yes. When you came into the world, I looked at this little person. I said, Lord, I'm going to be in charge of a person.
Yeah.
And how do you take care of a person? I mean, you talk about what to do for babies and so forth, but I said it's going to be more than a baby sometime.
Yeah.
And that scared me to death. And I cried every day for a week because I felt like the task is going to be too much. But that voice said to me, calm down. She's a little thing, and you can do something every day to bring her to where she needs to be with my help. And that was it. That took me where I needed to be.
Wow.
That was a moment
Wow.
of joy when I recognized I can do this. I can handle this little thing. Even though it got a little crazy sometimes, you're like, whoa, what to do now?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, wow.
uh,
That's pretty
mhm,
powerful. And it sounds like that same guiding voice has been with you through all of these major transitions from having children, getting them through
mhm.
school, young adulthood, and moving into your senior years of life.
New year. Hmm.
Yeah. And,
Yes.
I know that maybe you had imaginings of what this season of your life would look like. And I don't know if they match up or not. How do you find joy as you're navigating what life is like now for you?
You know, you never think. I mean, you plan and say, oh, this is what I think my life is going to be like as I get older. You don't
Yeah.
see all the things that could happen. My parents, of course, moved close, and that was a good thing because I really helped to take care of them. And it still didn't hit me that I'm going to be moving pretty much in that same situation, or not same situation, but I mean, age-wise, aging.
Yeah.
Um, and now that I am there, and I know that uh, your dad, my husband, has Huntington's disease. So, there are going to be some different things that happen in life for that. And that means it's not going to be the same. They're not going to be able to do all the things that they used to do.
Yeah.
So I didn't really plan for that. I did pray for years that hold back those heredity kinds of things. I mean, I remember in my late 50s praying about that every night. Lord, please hold that back, just because we could see little things. Um, and I would say he did hold back some things. And here we are. And I almost forgot where I was going with this. I said, how do I manage that? I mean, I didn't envision all that would come.
Yeah.
But the same voice says to me, as things happen, I am still with you
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to help you through it. And he has in so many ways. Some days when I think, this is going to be not a good day, then he'll come and do something that he'd been doing for years and do it just right.
Yeah.
That's a moment of joy. I'm like, look at that. Yeah, wow. So it's still there. The voice is still there and it's still helping me to come through. And then, having loved ones to talk to and lay things on helps you to move through the pieces that aren't what you really planned for or that you didn't want.
Right.
Um, and you can find joy when those things come together in the end. You say, oh, well, I worked that situation out. I'm over that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
I
that's the
hear you
carrying
saying
piece.
I hear you saying so many really wonderful things because, all of us, everyone listening is carrying something. If
Oh yeah.
it's hard to live this life and not have something difficult to carry. But the things I hear you saying is that number one, your connection to God has served as a grounding spot for you during
Hmm.
difficult times. But I'm also hearing you say that you don't navigate it alone, that you have community, people that you can lean on and who can support you so that it's not just you and God, but while that is very powerful, you also have folks in your life that you can lean on for support. That you're not doing it all by yourself.
No, no, definitely not by myself.
Yeah, and so there can be some real uh, hope that comes with knowing that we don't have to do things alone. And I know that it can be challenging for a lot of people to reach out and ask for help. That can be really challenging for lots of people. Is there
Hmm.
any are there any thoughts or advice you would give around asking for help?
Um, hmm. Well, I hear you say it all the time. You can ask for help. Ask for help. And so um, I'm learning that that's a good thing. And I've learned to do that. Uh, I think in my day, we were taught to look, if there's something you need to do, get with it and you do it. And I've been that, do this, do that. I said, I don't have a problem. If I don't have nobody to help me, then I'm going to get it done. And I get it done, of course, with the help of the Lord. Whatever it is, I'm like, huh. But it's good to be able to lean out or have others that you can lean on and ask for help. God, there are so many people that He puts in our path as we go this journey. And I have made some wonderful friends who have stuck with me. People that I have met years ago, we reconnected, or met years ago on a job. Um, Recently, I mean, over the last 5 years, my realtor, we have become fast friends. I mean, I'm not selling any houses, but we talk on a weekly basis. And sometimes she'll just call and say, guess what? I was thinking about you. And I'm just so happy to have you as my friend. I'm coming and I'm going to take you out to lunch. Let's go to lunch. And we would
Yeah.
do that. And so that just brings me joy. And she always, you can call me and ask me to do anything. I'll come help you shovel your driveway. Why didn't you call me? I said, are you kidding, girl? She was like, no, I would come and do it. I'd do
Yeah.
anything. And so there are people like that in our lives. And so we can ask for help. Just
Yeah.
knowing that we can help, ask is a good thing. So
Yes.
ask is even better. When you do, they show up. I've
Yeah.
not had my friends not show up.
Yeah. And that's powerful, because we're not really meant to do life on our own. We need
Mhm.
other people.
Yes, and we love our children too. And we don't always want them to have to do everything. I mean, it's nice to have a group of helpers in your life.
Yeah.
It's okay to have them. It's not putting your business out because some people say, oh, I wouldn't let tell nobody. No, yes, I need those people. I need to be able to ask for help. So I think it's a great thing. I say develop friendships, I mean, not being a user, but a friend
A
is
friend.
there because they want to help you and they want to give good counsel where they can. And so those are
Yeah.
the people you kind of hone in. So I would say have them, find them, keep them, and use them at will as they want to be used.
Yeah. Yeah. There is a great beauty in friendship. And I
Hmm.
I I remind myself of this often in the work that I get to do with people. I try to remind them is that when you're in a friendship, you want to you somebody who's your friend, you're going to do for them. You do not want them to go without what they need. You're like, if you know what's going
Exactly.
on, you want to chime in or support however you can. But sometimes we forget about it in the reverse. Something happens to us and we're like, "Oh, I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to mention it. They got so much going on." But if it were your friend saying it, you'd be like, "Girl, why didn't you tell me? I would have
Yeah,
loved
yeah,
to help in some way, do what little I can to help." And so, in being a good friend, it requires not only us helping someone, but allowing ourselves to be helped by our friends, because that's what strengthens our relationships, both giving and
exactly.
receiving for real, true
Mhm.
friendship, you know?
True friendship. Yes, yes. And it's okay to accept it and move forward with
Hmm.
that. Sometimes it may just be a text.
Yeah.
Um, I recently had a friend that we were next door roommates, and somehow she called me and said, I got your number from your sister-in-law, and it's been years since we talked. Girlie, I got to call you. And so we've been kind of texting back and forth. And she said, I understand where you are, and I'm praying for you. And I just gonna send you love every chance I get. And
Yeah.
so she sends me things, music. She was a beautiful singer. And so it's just so helpful
Yeah.
and it's encouraging.
Hmm.
And so asking for help and getting help is encouraging. We can do more. We feel better. We can even be an encourager to someone else.
That's right. And it's usually, and it doesn't have to
It
take
doesn't
something
stop at me.
major. Right.
Nope.
It can be
Mm-hmm.
something simple, that a simple text exchange, letting somebody
Yes.
know you're thinking about them. It makes a
Mm-hmm.
difference, both to
Yes.
receive it and to give it as well.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. All right. I have one last question for you today. The question is for someone who is listening who might feel like joy is far away, that they can't reach it. Maybe they're tired or discouraged, or maybe they feel disconnected from those around them. What would you gently say to them as an encouragement?
We all get in that space from
Hmm.
time to time. We just feel like there's nothing good happening. I'm just in a bad place right now. I don't feel good. I don't see anything good coming from anything. But just sit for a moment, wherever you are. I don't know. It could be in a hospital bed. It could be your own bed. It could be your own chair. I don't know. Your back porch, your basement, in your sewing room, just crying over a job that you shouldn't have taken. And here you are. But you say, what good do I have right now? Well, the good is this is my room. This is my chair. And I have this. And that's a good thing because there are
Hmm.
people who are standing around in places they don't have anything. And so
Yeah.
the joy has to be, what can I find in my immediate space that is going to give me joy? I mean, or the feeling that I have something. I'm not totally alone. I'm not totally without anything.
Yeah.
Just in the space that you're in, your kitchen table, sitting, having whatever little breakfast you're having. It may not be what you want, but you have something.
You
And
have
so there's joy.
something.
Thank you, Lord, for the warm air around me, or the chair that I'm sitting in. It's comfortable. I'm here. We'll see what happens later on in the day. But right now,
Yeah.
here's the joy that I can get. So I say to everyone, find that joy spot in the immediate moment that you need it in your closest surroundings,
Yeah.
because it's there.
Yeah. There's always goodness available to us if we can look for
Mhm.
it. If we can look for
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Hmm. And
Thank you
that's part
so.
of the work.
Yeah, it is part of the work. Part of the work
Hmm.
is being able to shift our gaze so that we can see it. You
Yes,
know?
yeah. Hmm. Hmm.
That probably is the greatest work that we will do too.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So it's good.
Thanks
It's
so
good.
much. Thanks, Mom,
Oh,
for
you're welcome.
being here and sharing with us. It's been a really great
Mm.
conversation.
Well, I'm glad that you asked me to do it. And I'm always happy to do something for my chicken. That's good.
Oh, I love you, Mommy.
I love you and I appreciate this. And I appreciate all that you do. I look at all the clips and I said, ooh, let me take in this. I often said, what will she say? We'd say that, what will she do? And now we know it's all good.
Wow. Wow, wow. Well, we're glad it is at least most of it's good. There we are.
It
For
is.
everyone listening today, I just want to remind you again that joy is always available in every season and in every experience. It doesn't always come easily, and it doesn't always look the way we expect. Sometimes joy is quiet, sometimes it's found in rest, lots of times it's found in community. Sometimes it's just in seeing the goodness in what's right in front of us, or just making it through the day, but it is there. And today, if you're listening or you're having trouble, and today, if you're listening and you're having trouble reaching it, if it feels far away or buried underneath everything you're carrying, please remember this. You are seen, you are valued, you matter, and you are held with joy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take gentle care of yourself. Bye, everyone.